What if the most dangerous place to play Among Us wasn't a computer, but a real spaceship where being voted out actually killed you? 10 people are floating hundreds of kilometers above Earth aboard the International Space Station. Everyone has a job, everyone has a task, and everyone is supposed to be working together, except 3 of them are aliens. Their mission is simple: sabotage the station, eliminate the crew, and make sure nobody discovers who they really are. But here's the strange part. In real life, the tasks wouldn't be simple games. They'd involve complex machinery, life support systems, electrical equipment, and repairs that could mean the difference between breathing and suffocating. And communication? Let's make the rules even worse. You can't talk unless an emergency meeting is called. That sounds ridiculous, until you realize the ISS has already experienced mysterious technical problems requiring astronauts to work together under pressure. Now imagine trying to repair a critical system while wearing a spacesuit, unable to communicate, while knowing that someone beside you might secretly be trying to kill everyone. Then suddenly, a body is discovered in electrical. The crew freezes. Someone saw a crewmate heading toward the room. Another person was standing nearby, but nobody can agree on what they actually witnessed. And that's when the real game begins. The crew gathers for an emergency meeting. Everyone starts accusing everyone else. One astronaut remembers seeing Blue near electrical. Another insists Blue was helping with a repair. Someone else claims they saw you wandering alone. You try to explain yourself, but you were too quiet. And now suspicion has turned against you. The votes are counted. You're the imposter. The airlock opens. And this is where the game stops being a game. In Among Us, getting ejected means watching your character disappear into space. In reality, being thrown outside the station without protection would be catastrophic. The sudden loss of pressure would cause severe physiological effects, while exposure to vacuum and radiation would make survival extraordinarily unlikely. But here's the twist nobody expected. You weren't the imposter. You were innocent. And now, as a ghost, you can finally see what everyone else couldn't. Blue walks straight back into electrical. Then another crewmate disappears. Then another. Suddenly, every suspicious moment makes sense. The strange movements. The unexplained disappearances. The accusations that seemed random. Blue wasn't just lying. Blue had been manipulating the entire crew from the beginning. But that's not even the craziest part. The crew is still trapped inside the station with the real imposter. And there's nobody left to warn them. One by one, the remaining crewmates vanish. The station becomes quieter. No alarms. No arguments. No emergency meetings. Just the terrifying sound of machinery continuing to run while the crew disappears. Then Blue reaches the final survivor. The last astronaut finally realizes the truth. But by then, it's too late. The imposter has already sabotaged the station beyond recovery. Systems begin failing. Power drops. Life support starts collapsing. And the International Space Station becomes nothing more than a drifting metal tomb. What happens next changes everything. If this version of Among Us happened in real life, the biggest danger wouldn't actually be the alien. It would be the crew's inability to trust one another. Because when communication disappears, evidence becomes meaningless. A quiet person looks suspicious. A helpful person could be lying. And the person everyone trusts most could secretly be controlling the entire game. That's what makes the real-life version so terrifying. You wouldn't need an obvious monster. You'd only need one person who could lie convincingly enough. And by the time you discovered the truth, there might be nobody left to believe you. So imagine you're standing inside that spaceship right now. 10 people entered. One of them is secretly hunting the others. You have no idea who. And the most disturbing question isn't whether you could survive. It's this: would you recognize the imposter before they recognize